All right, sync clap. How do I start this? All right, let's just do it. Hey guys, my name is Mitch, and this is a video I've been wanting to make for quite a while, but I haven't done so far because, well, getting in front of the camera is a little bit, scary for me still. Mostly because, well, looking at yourself is a little bit difficult, but also because English isn't my native language, and might be a bit of a confrontation hearing myself speak, but let's just get it over with, because I do want to talk to you about my photography project called One-to-One. It's a one-of-a-kind photo book that I've made during the winter of 2020-2021, which means there's only one copy in existence. It's this one, and it exists because I needed something to practice my photography with. I needed to practice making longer term projects. I needed something to, practice making a book to begin with, and this is a result of it. It's a very tiny book. It's 80 pages. Is it? Is it 80 pages? Not sure. Let me check. It's 48 pages and it's 80 images. That's correct. And I can barely call it a book. The first iteration of this was a bit larger, looked more like a zine. But this one is a bit more, it has some thickness to it. The paper quality is good. And, well, I'm mostly just proud of the project to begin with. I was looking at a Matt Day video, and he was doing a flip through of his photo book called Friend of Mine. And I figured I can do the same. I can show you all these images and the page designs in this book without you having to actually, come here and see it for yourself, because as I've said before, this is the only copy. You cannot purchase it. This is just for my own, training and practice. That's basically it. So without further ado, let's just get into the pages, and I will talk to you about them a little bit as I go on. So I think that's a good strategy. Okay, so here's the book. It's called One-to-One, and as you can see, it's a square format photo book. It has a black and white image on the front, and you will notice that trend continuing throughout the whole publication. So without, revealing too much right now, let's just get into it. If we open it up, the first page is a black one. It reads "For Charlotte," which is my muse, if you will. I thought that was a nice little detail. And then it opens up to a little essay I wrote. It's basically just some creative writing about the whole project, where I'm standing at the time of writing this, and basically just to give you an idea of where I am during the creation of the project. Alright, so let's just continue. So as you can see, the design of the pages is also laid out in a square format, and it's all square images. So 4 squares form a larger square in a square book. So it's a lot of squares, and not completely coincidentally, One-to-One is also a way to describe a square image ratio. Let's fly. Get out of here. Get out of here. So I thought that was a little, a funny little thing to do. It's not that deep. It's not, totally about that. It's more about the images working together, and me trying to work with a square frame which it forces you to think a little bit differently about your composition. And well, I needed that as an exercise to better myself and to push my photography. So that's why I went with that. So let's just browse through these pages. As you can see, I left the left pages blank and focusing more content on the right side of the book. Most of these images, they are related to one another. They are not all shot on the same day. Some of them are, like this one and perhaps this one and this one too. But then I figured together they create another story as well. This one reads Wees blij, which translates to be happy, which I think was a nice, contrast with the barren, cold images next to it. So continuing on, this one focuses more on shapes. As you can see, this is page number 11, which is 1 and a 1 as well. I thought it was fun to write this one with letters instead of the numbers. Just as a little Easter egg. So we continue. And here's the first page where it's not all images, but I wrote a few words to accompany the 3 images on this page. It says window, peak, life, passing. Right, this is one of the more experimental images from the book. Again, it's 2 square images shot in the same location on the same day, but upon curating the whole thing together, I noticed that the 2 overlapped kind of nicely, and they could be combined. I shoved one over the other to create like another dimension where there's a building present which isn't even there in real life. So as you can see, the lines over here, they line up perfectly, sort of perfectly, it's not almost perfect, to create a new perspective, which is, there are some imperfections here, but I think that's part of the whole fun of putting these 2 images together. So, and here we are on the first page, the first spread, I should say, and that has 2 pages filled with images. This one's on the left. It's mostly buildings and again some words. And here on the right, it's again buildings where I've done the same as on the previous page. I've combined 2 of them. You can see the little corners here, which are not perfect. I could have cropped those out, but I didn't. Just to make clear that this is not one image. This is 2 images combined together to create a new building that isn't there in real life. And over here, it says, it doesn't belong, it shouldn't be there, but neither do I. So here we are. Endless construction, sometimes criticism, mostly, but always construction. And then these images that are, basically work in progress. But also images of, it's basically flat surfaces, inanimate objects, which is also happening on this side. Once part of the city, I now look from the outside, an observer unbound, unburdened. These are all images from the city center, the downtown area, where I've lived for 3 years. Then I moved out, but there's still some, bits and pieces, documentation left that, they mean something to me. They define an area of my life. They, like little remnants of where I once was. These 4 lines, they try to capture that feeling. Alright, 2 images on 1 spread. 2 of my favorite images, I think so, of this project. Both shot at the coast. And right here, there are some words as well. It says, "The storm blew almost everything away." Shot in winter. More winter shots, more coldness. All of these shots are shot in winter, but you can tell by the snow and the, the general cold feeling of these images. Another diptych, sort of. 2 similar images, which I've combined, but not adhere to each other, to create one, one horizon, basically. But as you can see, it's still 2 separate images, made clear by the white space in between. Browsing through more cold landscapes. A path is merely a path until taken, when it becomes a route. And then images of paths and routes. Not that difficult. Once again. And then another essay talking about the project. You can read these essays on my website as well. It's on the project page. Okay, so that's 1-to-1. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a little peek inside the process of making it. And, well, I hope that I will look at this video someday in the future. Just be happy that I have a recording of the whole thing, where I'm standing now. Things that keep me busy, things that I'm working on right now, and hopefully we'll see some progress by then. But for now, this is what I do. This is what I plan to continue doing. So thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you whenever I feel like making a video again.